This is going to be a video that covers everything. It's going to be the easiest way to drift, no matter if you're on controller, wheel, or keyboard, whatever your input may be, unless it's like a flight stick or something. So I'm going to start off in fourth, get those tires spinning, wiggle it right, wiggle it left, on the brakes, and then gas around this corner. What's going on? Get hip here. So recently I've gone into a lot of Forza Horizon 4 on stream, and more specifically drifting in Forza Horizon 4. Drifting has become a huge part of this game, and the community behind it is very strong. And the number one question that I'm asked on Twitch is, how do you drift? By the end of this video you should be well on your way to drifting without issue. I'm gonna very quickly go over tuning and how to tune your car for drifting, game settings that you need to change in order to be able to drift properly. This is something that I see YouTubers refusing to go over at all, and then finally actually drifting. If you're new here, leave a like rating on the video down below. It really helps me out. I'm still a very small channel, so leaving a like down below really helps me out. If you have any questions with this video or struggle with anything that I show off in this video, I stream every single day at twitch.tv/gethip at 5 p.m. GMT every single day. So if you have any questions or queries about this video, feel free to hop on over to my Twitch and ask me a question. Alright, let's get to the video. So, as you can see, I'm in an R32. This is a classic JDM car, a car that's very popular in JDM and drift culture. I have all of my tunes uploaded, so if you don't want to bother tuning the car yourself, I have the tune for this car uploaded, so if you want to go ahead and download my tune, feel free to do so. Alright, let's get into some tuning. So, basic tuning first. I have pretty much fully upgraded this car, so it's as powerful as it can possibly be. Some people I know like to go with lower power drift cars to be a little more realistic and a little more true to the actual cars in real life. I personally don't do that. I prefer to get the most power possible out of all of my drift cars. So I have this thing maxed out. I'm using the wide body Rocket Bunny kit on it. Besides that, I've maxed pretty much everything out. Now here is the important part. If I go into tire compound, I'm using street tires. At least for wheel users, I know that type of tire that you're using seems to make a huge difference. It seems less so on controller. I'd suggest you play around with this and see what tire feels best for you. But for me, on wheel, I cannot drift without using street tires. The other tires are a little too grippy or a little or not grippy enough, and it ends up making the car feel really weird. Obviously, you can sort of do what you want with customization. Put a little wing on there because it looks fucking cool. Now, into the fine tuning. Now, this is important. Haven't had to change anything here besides locking the differential. This is something that you have to do on every drift car. I cannot drift without locking my differential. I'm not going to go through and explain what differential is. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that will break down differential way better than I can. But this is something I max out on all my cars. I've also changed my gearing. I've slightly lengthened fourth gear. Okay, now onto game settings. I haven't seen many other people go over. This seems to be something that gets too regularly ignored. This is something that's really, really important. So you want to go into difficulty settings. I run personally with ABS off. Can drift with ABS on. It shouldn't affect you too much. I personally run with simulation steering, but what you must change is you need traction control off. You need stability control off. Or you also need to be in manual. You don't have to be in manual clutch, but you have to be in at least manual. You cannot drift in automatic. Technically you can, but it's not effective whatsoever, and it's going to be far more difficult for you to use automatic than manual. So change to manual. Now, onto the actual drifting. I'm going to use the Horizon Festival circuit as an example here. So I'm going to give a quick run around the course, then I'm going to replay this in slow motion and show you what I did. So let me go ahead and break that down. So as I speed up, I try and get my wheels to spin as fast as possible. So I put my foot straight down the gas so I have instant loss of traction. Then as I come up to this first corner, I hook the car left and then hook it in right in order to get the back end of the car to fly out. Once the back end of the car is out, I'm giving it continuous on and off gas to keep it smoothly sliding around that first corner. As I start to come to the end of the corner, I swing the car left and hold my momentum up the hill. I then hook the car right in order to keep my momentum going by swinging with the car. And then as I approach the left corner, I swing my car left. And then I use that momentum in a sideways drift around this left corner. I then hook the car violently right to hold it round that corner in that right sideways slide. I then continue that right hand drift as far as I can until I need to flick it left again. I then hold that left drift up the hill and then violently swing the car right and then hold it round that corner again. I then straighten the car up a little bit on that little hill and then through the tunnel. I throw the car back into a left slide drift and then hook it right to go around that corner. So those are the basics to drifting. That's basically it. And if you did enjoy this video and this video was helpful to you, go ahead and drop a like down below. Those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel for VR content, don't worry, there's still more VR content coming. There's new Boneworks update out soon. I will be covering that, so don't be like, get hip, why Forza, what, no VR, Don't worry, there's more VR content on its way. Again, if you guys did enjoy this video and it helped you out, please hit that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on notifications as well. If there's anything that you guys want me to cover specifically, feel free to drop a comment down below and I will try some of the things you suggest in an upcoming video, and you might even get your comment featured. Thank you for watching the video. Catch me on Twitch every single day at 5 p.m. GMT at twitch.tv/gethip, link down below. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging around. See ya. Bye bye.